Welcome once again to our post-game press conference. We have Penn State and we have Coach Mark Pavlik with us, Michael Valencia and Toby Izano. And Coach, if we can have an opening statement on today's game.
Yeah, congratulations to Irvine and Niff and his staff and the guys. I don't think they eased off on the pressure on us, and I think we blinked before they did, certainly in game two, and we just couldn't find it enough to extend it after game three. So I thought they did a real nice job. I thought, for the most part, our passing and serving held up. I thought we did probably as good a job as we could have done against Heno. But like I said earlier in the year, if you just worry about Heno, the rest of the team will kill you. And Akil did a wonderful job on the left side tonight, both with his passing and attacking. And I thought Schuard did a real nice job with the offense and just enough in transition to keep us off balance and get us reaching a little bit instead of us being solid in front of them. So tip of the hat to the Anteaters and all the best of luck as they continue on in the tournament.
Toby, Michael, Vinny Lopes here from Off the Block. Second and third game, UC Irvine came out, put you in a hole early on. Was there anything that they were doing really well, specifically at the start of those sets, that was difficult for you all to adjust to?
I just think they started off in a good run. They got a 4-point lead to start off with, and then they just kept it consistent. Like Pav said, their whole team played very well. It's not a one-man team. They're all good players. So I guess just keeping us in our toes, that's what they did fairly well.
Yeah, I think they just kept the pressure on us from the jump. It was nothing special. I think we could have done a few things better on our side of the net, but they did a great job with the pressure.
And then Pav made the setter change in between the second and third game. Can you just take us in your mindset a little bit about what you were seeing, why you wanted to make that change?
Side out percentage. I don't think I probably should have made the change a little bit earlier, but I also knew that in the past 5-6 weekends, Schwobe has taken himself and really upped his game as the game went on, and that was really the crux, just trying to get a different feel for the offense. And against good teams, they adjust to that too. And I think Irvine did a real good job of that.
Taryn Rodriguez, host of Set Point on IE Sports Radio here. Mark, your team battled back from being down 24-22 in set one, tied it at 24 apiece. What do you think the team could have done a little better to steal that first set and swing the momentum going your way?
Well, Taryn, I think you saw we had an opportunity to go up 25-24, and we didn't convert. So the work that they put in to get us to 24 all, we had an opportunity. And to Irvine's credit, I hear they practiced too. So they made it difficult for us to score. We had chances, and we created those chances, but we couldn't close them out.
Toby, Michael, for both of you, I know it's kind of raw right now in the moment. You'd want to win a national championship, but just looking at this season, what for you are going to be the biggest memories that you're going to take away from this year?
Well, our associate head coach mentioned it before. It's not going to be volleyball related. It's going to be outside of volleyball. Our best memories were just team-related stuff outside of court, like eating together, golfing, and just chilling in our house, hanging out as a team. So that's going to be missed upon. We also mentioned that Penn State is not – we are a very close team, I think, especially compared to the past couple of years. This has been the closest I've ever been through with anybody. So just unifying all that and just making it a core memory is just going to be something to remember.
I completely agree. It's all the off-the-court stuff that makes this group really special. We're all best friends with one another, but On the court, I also think we grew from the start of the season till now, and that's what makes us special as well. And I think a lot of that off the court stuff is translated on the court.
And Pav, just give you an opportunity to talk about the two guys on the podium here, especially this season. There was so much turnover from last season, what they were able to do to continue that Penn State standard.
I wish you guys would have seen Toby his first year, first semester. I've told the story that it didn't matter whether he was active in a drill or standing by a court watching a drill getting ready to go in. It seemed like for the first 7-8 weeks of his career, he was getting hit by the ball no matter where he was. And it was kind of cool on senior night. He and I were talking about that during warm-up and what happens. He got hit by another ball. So, it's those things. Michael just had a great first year and was just doing some great things, and then came down with an ankle injury and had to fight his way back in the starting lineup. But he never wavered. Anything that the team needed him to do, he was doing. And that those two kind of are a great example of what this team was for the coaching staff this year. It was, hey, is that the best that is this what we need, the best for the team? And they would do it. And it's a pretty special group that we have here.
This is for Toby and Michael Valencia, Rob Sparrow from volleyballmag.com. But I've got to ask, you guys had some incredible battles below Coach Mark there. What's it like to play for such an iconic coach, but who also has one of the most enormous hearts in the game?
I think it goes along with when we talked about the guys on the team. It's not really the stuff on the court when he's coaching. You're going to remember him off the court, giving you a big bear hug. And he's always just wants to talk, ask about how your day was. And I think that's what makes him a really special coach. And that's why the guys want to play for him.
Yeah, I would say Pav was probably like mainly the reason why I've played. I play for Penn State. Yeah, he's very down to earth. He truly cares, and it's oblivious as well. So
Yeah, I am oblivious.
So, I mean, just playing for a coach like that knows you and you know him, and he knows you have his back, vice versa, is just very, very rare. So I'm thankful to play with him and all the other coaches that are in the program as well.
And to piggyback off that question, for Michael and Toby, what's the one big thing that you've learned from Mark? And Mark, what have you learned the most from this year's senior class?
Well, this year's senior class, I think you learn you don't underestimate what you've got. You help them build resiliency. You put them in situations where maybe it's not the easiest route for them to win a drill or to come out on top the way they want to. But I think when you have young guys like these that just want to keep getting better, it puts a coaching staff in a situation where you can push. And the more you can push with love, the better off this group has gotten. And, it's been a joy to watch them. So me learning about how teams can gain resiliency and what I can do to help further that along has been huge this year.
We'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up.
Pat, just a broader question talking about the game of men's volleyball. I want to ask you because we're at the NCAA tournament. You're one of the leaders in the game. Looking at the future format of the NCAA tournament, there's proposals that have been approved for possible expansion, but still need the funding. What would be your message to the NCAA in terms of the type of tournament you'd like to see in the future?
I think any type of advocacy we have within the NCAA has to start with, let's make sure they understand what this is all about. Obviously, we don't have the big media presence, so you can't help but hear about it. But my message to the NCAA would be to the people who are making decisions about the purse strings, about how to spend money and how to create opportunities and create memories for guys and girls at the NCAA championship event. See what we have here. See what it is that these young athletes have to hang their hats on, and 30 years from now, what are their memories going to be? And if we can have those people at the higher echelons of the NCAA who really are in charge of the championships, in the broader sense, understand what it is that these young student athletes take away from this event, let's make more of those situations occur for them. Let's make sure they walk out of here or walk into here saying, oh, this is an NCAA championship. It's not just, oh, we're in a room with no signage, we're on a court with, it's just another match. I think that's the biggest one that I have. I think that I would love to have somebody understand what it takes to create special memories for all of these teams, because only one walks away with a great memory, but everybody should walk away with special memories.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it.